Everyone, in this video we will see the design of ALU subsystem. Okay, so here you can see the block diagram which shows you the part of ALU subsystem. So basically the heart of ALU is the adder carry circuit. Okay, adder circuit. So what is an adder? Adder is a thing which can add any n number of bits at a time. So in this case we are taking a 4-bit adder. This 4-bit adder will perform the sum of two 4-bit numbers, and hence it is assumed that the parallel operation form is done like a 4-bit parallel adder. The input to the adder needs two 4-bit buses. Then a single 4-bit is needed to move data from adder to shifter, and another 4-bit bus for shifting output back to the register array. Okay, you can see here this part at the top. It also provide carry out and possible carry in signal, carry out signal and carry in signal. So this block diagram shows 4-bit carry adder. You can see the input and output port, 4-bit register, 4-bit ALU, 4-bit round shifter. Okay, you can see the controls, shift control and the feedback, right? So considering the example of an arithmetic operation, so there are 2 bits A and B. Whenever it is added, if 1 with 1, if 1 is added with 1, it gives 0 with the carry 1. If 0 with 0 is added, it gives the answer as 0. If 1 is added with 0, it gives the answer as 1. Similarly, you can see the operations which is done, the addition operation along with the carry, right? In any column we observe there are 3 inputs, so this number may be corresponding input bits and previous carry in, carry out. If we consider kth column, okay, so instead of n, so we can consider it as kth column. It includes AK and BK. So kth column for A bit is represented as AK, and kth column for B is represented as BK, which represents the input bits. CK minus 1 represents previous carry. Okay, if CK is the present carry, CK minus 1 is the previous carry. There are 2 outputs, sum and new carry. In kth column, SK and CK respectively. Okay, so for an adder you are having sum and carry. Right, so this shows the truth table for your full adder, right? A, B, AK, BK, CK minus 1, SK and CK. SK represents sum, CK represents the carry, and you know that when in the first column, when all the inputs are 0, sum is 0, carry is 0. Next you can see if any of the input is 1, sum will be 1. In all the rows you can see if any of the input is 1, sum will be 1. Carry will be 1 only when both the inputs are 1s. Okay, so carry will be 1 and sum will be 0 when only 2 inputs are 1s and one input is 0. And only in the last row you can see that when all the 3 inputs are 1, the outputs will be SK and that is sum and carry will be 1. Okay, now you can see that sum and carry equation, we get it as follows. The sum equation is represented as SK equal to HK into CK minus 1 bar plus HK bar CK minus 1. Okay, and the new carry, which is represented as CK, is given by AK BK plus HK into CK minus 1. What is the actual expression for sum? AB bar plus A bar B. In the similar way, it is written as HK CK bar plus HK bar CK minus 1. And similarly, the carry is also written as AK BK plus HK CK minus 1. You may be wondering what is HK. Here HK is half sum, which is represented as HK equal to AK bar BK plus AK BK bar. You will understand this if you know the concepts of digital design of half adder and the full adder. Just go through the equations of half adder and full adder, you'll understand what this equation is all about. So in this case, the above sum and new carry equation can be implemented using AND or using XOR gates. if it is generally using the logic gates. But in VLSI, this implementation becomes complicated, and alternate method is to find a standard element through which the above equation can be implemented, right? So what happens when they analyze the full table of full adder, we can see that for SK, okay, for sum, if AK equal to BK, that is the inputs A and B are equal, then the SK will be CK minus 1, the previous, or else SK will be the complement of CK minus 1 bar. Only two conditions exist. If both are equal, SK equal to CK minus 1, or else SK equal to CK minus 1 bar. And for carry, for CK, if AK equal to BK, when both inputs are equal, CK will be equal to AK will be equal to BK, or else CK will be equal to CK minus 1. So these are the conditions. Now a standard element, 1 bit, okay, it can be implemented as shown here. The 1 bit carry, okay, 1 bit adder element. So adder element means it's a parallel adder, you have to understand. So it consists of, it is represented like this. The AK and BK are the inputs. The carry in is CK minus 1, which is the previous input, and the actual carry output is shown as CK, and the sum is represented as SK. So this is 1 bit adder element. So to form n bit adder, n adder elements must be cascaded with carry out of one element with carry in of next to most significant bit. So I told you this is only one carry element. So if you want to form n bit adder, n number of carry elements must be added. Okay. The next element can be implemented using multiplexer either in NMOS or CMOS technology. Any of the technology can be used. So whatever the MOSFET you use, maybe NMOS or CMOS, it can be implemented. This method of implementation is easy to follow and results obtained are in the required forms. Then implementation of adder using MUX is shown. It's shown later. This below figure shows the stick diagram of the adder. See, you can see the input lines, A1 bar, SI, B1 bar. Okay, whatever the thick lines you are seeing here are the metal lines. Okay, the two lines you are seeing is the diffusion, and this is the contact cut along with the poly. The representation is shown using the stick diagram, and here the inverters are used. Just go through that. So this is how you have to implement. Now we will just quickly see implementing ALU function with adder elements. An ALU must be able to add and subtract two binary numbers, perform logical operations such as AND, OR, and XOR functions, and subtraction can be easily implemented using adder element. There are the ways which how you can do is you do subtraction is complement B and add 1 to get B bar, so that you can add A to this, so A plus B bar, this gives subtraction using adder. Here the complement for subtraction can be served from logical complement. In order to keep architecture as simple as possible, it would be better if all logical operations can be performed on the adder. So considering the possibility, we have the sum and new carry equations as follows. The sum is considered as sum equal to SK equal to HK CK bar, CK minus 1 bar plus HK bar CK minus 1, and the new carry will be CK equal to AK BK plus HK into CK minus 1, where HK is the half adder subtractor component. As I told you earlier, it is represented as AK bar BK plus AK BK bar. So if in SK and if CK minus 1 is held at logic 0, then expression would be SK equal to HK into 1 plus HK bar into 0, and so that SK will be equal to HK, that is nothing but AK bar BK plus AK BK bar. So this represents the XOR function and operation. Then if in SK, if CK minus 1 is held at logic 1, what happens? Then expression would be HK into 0 plus HK bar into 1. So you're just placing the logic 1 in the corresponding place. In the earlier case, you used to replace 0. Here you are replacing 1. So what happens? Sk becomes hk bar in this case, which is nothing but ak bar bk bar plus ak bk bar. This is XNOR function. What is the XNOR function? How do you write? A bar b bar plus ab bar plus ab. So this is the XNOR function. Now for carry, if in ck, if ck minus 1 is held at 0, then expression would be ck equal to ak bk plus hk into 0. So ck will be ak into bk. This represents the AND function. And in the next case, if in ck, if ck minus 1 is held at logic 1, the expression would be ck equal to ak bk plus hk into 1. This is equal to ak bk plus hk. So this, if you simplify, at the end you will get ck equal to bk plus ak. This represents the OR function. Thus, with suitable switching of carry line between the adder element will give ALU logical function. Okay. So this is what which tells you the implementation of adder. So this shows you the diagram of 4-bit adder where the 4 adder elements are added like this. So this is one adder element, okay, where you're giving the inputs and the previous carry is given. So this one is A0, okay, and this one is B0. So these are the inputs, and here you are having S0, this place for bit 0, and the next carry goes to the next adder element. So if this is A0, this one will be A1, this one will be A2, and this one will be A3. Similarly, this will be B1, B2, and B3. So here you can see the sum as S0. Here here you can see it as S1, S2, and S3. So these are the bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, and bit 3. At the last stage you get carry out. Okay. So this is how you are implementing a 4-bit ALU.